The reason why so many actors throw their audition away with their head buried in the script is that they're afraid of the silent moment when they don't know their next line. That's the biggest one. And number two, really what it is they're afraid of paraphrasing. And it's my belief that until you're 100% willing to paraphrase, it'll be very hard to ever book work, because you'll always put getting it word perfect as more important than your selfish enjoyment of playing in the circumstances. So that's why we focus on the meaning of the line, so that we could paraphrase if we have to, because we understand what is being said. But also what happens is, this is really what I wanted to say to you, is this is what happens when an actor forgets a line. I'm going to make up a line and pretend that I forgot the second half of it. I'm going to show you what happens to most actors. I can't leave my wife. She needs me, and so do the kids. Now, if instead of panicking and looking down, if you just stayed up and tried to remember the line, it would look like this. I can't leave my wife. She needs me, and so do the kids. In a drama, you don't make choices, but more importantly, you allow them to happen to you. So if this is you, and this is a timeline of your audition in a drama, there's all these magic moments where genuine reactions can happen. But as actors, as we approach those moments, we panic because we don't think anything interesting or entertaining is going to happen, so we panic and make a choice. I call this the panic make a choice spot. But when you do that, what happens to the magic moment of genuine reaction? It disappears. It's been filled by something you stuck there. So now I just let that panic make a choice spot go by, and a moment later, something happens in the magic moment. And it's always more appropriate for film and more joyful because it's happening to me, just like life. In acting, in film acting, if you say it, it's true. So if I just say, I'm a rodeo clown, it's true. If I say, I killed a homeless woman today, it's true, because the audience projects on me everything they know about a person who would do that. However, if I go, oh God, I got to make it real. I haven't done enough research on rodeo clowns. I got to prove I'm a crazy person that would kill someone. And all of a sudden you're going, I'm a rodeo clown and I killed a homeless woman. But when you realize if I do nothing, it's true, because acting's fake, it's just playing pretend, then because your hands aren't over here worried about earning the right to make it real, to act the scene. Your hands aren't over here with all this extra work that you thought you're supposed to do. Where are your hands? Here, open, in front of you, ready to receive gifts. Gifts of thoughts, feelings, images, aligned with actually being in the circumstances. You can't see what's happening in the scene if you think it's a scene. So the way that I blow that fog of fear off the scene and do healthy scene comprehension is, I pick up a script and I say, this is really happening to me. So what's happening? And then it's so easy to see what's literally and obviously happening to me in every moment. And those are called the circumstances. I put the circumstances in my belly, and then I do the scene, approaching it as if I'm in an improv about being in those circumstances. That's it. That's all you need to know about comprehension. But an acting teacher would say, no, like you have to do so much more. And again, it's like, no, because all of that stuff they want you to pre-plan, you receive magically in the performance and is different every time. That's why you can do a scene 10 times and every time it's spontaneous. You never want to go to an audition or film an audition in your living room. You never want to go to an audition to show them what the scene will look like in the finished product. And that might sound counterintuitive, like, well, isn't that my job? Aren't I supposed to show what the scene looks like in the finished product, and whoever does that best books the job, right? No. Because Because when you go to an audition to show them what the scene would look like in the finished product, all it does is kick up your need to get a word perfect, keep it moving, and make it look like a nice, smooth, polished surface. And it doesn't book work. So the way I like to describe as to how to approach your audition is like this. Now, every actor, when they do book a job and they go to set, their first take of each scene is always the same. And I call the first take, let me get something on film that won't embarrass me. Do you know that feeling? Or in other words, let me show what the scene will look like in the finished product. And the director's always like, good, let's keep doing it, right? And then around the 8th take, you've done 8 takes now, the director will be like, terrific, thank you. Great work, guys. We have the scene now. I'll edit it together out of all the best moments of those 8 takes so we can move on now to the next. Actually, you know what? We have some time to kill. I guess we could do it again, but I mean, I have the scene, so I mean, I'm never even going to look at this take. This one's for you, whatever. And then what happens when the editor watches the 9th take? They're always like, finally, something I can use. Because the great movies and TV shows are made of lucky accidents caught on film. You can't fake spontaneity. You can't fake spontaneity. So you want to approach your audition as if it's the 9th take, where you have no responsibility to the scene, and instead you're playing in these circumstances, wanting things to surprise you. That's the secret, not only to auditioning, but to acting.